I'm Josh Toro. I'm the store manager of ProSource Wholesale in Mishawaka, Indiana. We are a franchise, so we're locally owned. We supply flooring, which for us it was a no-brainer. It was let's get involved in this and do the whole thing. So they're building 7 houses for the vets, which 500 square feet a piece. We're looking at probably around $4, $5, $6 grand, because there is a cost to everything, obviously, but we're willing to put that cost forward for the community and hope that other businesses will get involved like we did and see the importance behind of all of this. My girlfriend's father actually is a retired vet, so that's how I heard about it, and I actually have family members, my aunt and my grandfather, that are vets. Grandfather passed away, he served for many of years, so that's something that's very important to me. And me being the store manager of ProSource, the community supports us wholeheartedly, so that's something we want to be able to give back to the community by supporting something like this.
This is an aerial view of the location that will soon become Mishawaka Troop Town, or MTT for short. MTT is planning to build 8 tiny houses to help homeless vets in the area get a fresh start in life and help them get back on their feet. Mishawaka Troop Town will have to raise $180,000 to pay for the property before they can build the tiny houses. Co-founder Jim Method says donations are coming in steadily, but
we still have quite a ways to go for the property itself. We're looking for community members that will pledge dollars.
On May 1st, one community organization stepped forward with a generous donation.
Today we were blessed with a donation from the DAV Chapter 15 out of Goshen, Indiana of $15,000 towards our project.
Method went on to say where MTT is at in reaching its goal.
We have another significant pledge, so to speak, that will be donated to us in a very near future, which will put us about half of our $180,000 goal.
This is Jack Champagne, and this is Dan Gann. Both are true American patriots. Dan served in the military.
23 years in the Army, retiring as a first sergeant.
And Jack was not able to.
I was rejected for service right out of college, asthma.
How these two met is interesting.
We drove by here a couple of years ago. There was a parade, motorcycles, get wet for the vet.
And I was directing traffic. I made him wait for over an hour and a half.
We stopped by later.
He was going to come down here and give us a piece of his mind.
Started talking to some people.
In all reality, he wanted to thank us for what we were doing.
Somebody said something about a vet village.
He started talking about wanting to help out.
I want to do something. I want to get involved with that.
And this made out to, you can make it out to Mishawaka Troop Town.
Jack did more than getting involved. He wrote a check for $50,000 to bring the dream of Mishawaka Troop Town into reality. Jack feels his success as an American was only possible due to the men and women of the military forces protecting our freedoms.
The expression of appreciation is long overdue. Freedom is not free. And people signed up to serve their country, make it free for us to live here. What more can you say about that? I mean, it's an honor to be an American.
Is it Christopher?
Yes, it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe it. I'm with Superman today, Christopher Reeves. And we were just here at the Blue Star Mobs, and they call this event
It's the paddle auction.
the paddle auction. It's my first time here for the paddle auction, and it's just amazing. A great event going for a great cause. And we were invited, MTT, to come here and actually introduce ourselves and tell everybody what we're doing and ask people to sponsor bricks. And Chris, you sponsored a brick, right?
Absolutely, absolutely, and maybe two. We'll see what happens.
And why is that important for you to be the sponsor of brick for us?
Well, my grandfather was a World War II vet, and he fought in Normandy and the Battle of the Bulge. He was wounded. He was 5'2", and he was the only guy that could fit under a bridge to blow it up. So I mean, he saw a little action. But when he came home, he didn't have it. He didn't have it as bad as some people do.
Right.
And you know, he did everything he could to help out in his community. He's originally from Niagara Falls, New York. But after my grandmother passed away, he came out here to South Bend, Indiana. And you know, that's the kind of guy he was. He would do anything he could to help somebody out. So I figured this would be a great way to put his name in stone and you know, put it out there to help out any vets that we can.
And we really appreciate it. And if you are interested in sponsoring a brick for MTT, all you have to do is go to our website, Mishawaka Troop Town, and we have a link there that you can sponsor a brick, or if you just want to give a monetary donation. But anything that everybody does helps vets. And it's a great way to, you know, hold a vet in your life, hold their memory like forever, because this is going into the walks there at our place. So we appreciate everybody coming out tonight, and Chris, thanks for your support.
My pleasure. Thank you for what you do.
Yep, thank you.
All right.
been given their check. But at this time, I would like to invite up two representatives from Mishawaka Trooptown. Rather new organization in our area. Obviously, probably everyone in this room has heard a little bit about Tiny House Veteran Village for transitional housing for homeless veterans. Dan Gann and Warren Signage is here today. Would one of you care to speak a little bit?
Oh no, I never talk.
Yeah.
All right, so oh, come on now, Jim. This is greatly appreciated. So what Mishawaka Trooptown does is, well, we're still in the building phase. We've crossed a lot of hurdles, but we still have a lot of hurdles left. We're working with the city of Mishawaka to make sure that this happens. The city wants it to happen. We're looking at between 4 and 5 duplexes. Each one, each duplex will basically, each side will be about 350 square feet. It'll be more like an efficiency apartment, but it takes a veteran off the street that doesn't have a place to go. I know that we hit PTSD and drug and alcohol abuse a lot on the fundraising side, but the reality is that you have troops that come home that may be guard or reserve. They're not integrating back into their household like they should, and this would give them an opportunity to be still close to their family and not have an incurred cost of renting a hotel room or getting a separate apartment, so that they don't have the issues at home with their spouse or with their children while they're trying to de-escalate the tempo that they were operating under while they were deployed.
Awesome.
So, thank you again.
But I think we also know that you can also visit Trooptown on Facebook as well as MishawakaTrooptown.org.
Right.
Follow us. Thanks,
Thank you.
gentlemen.
First, I want to thank everyone for coming today, especially Mishawaka Trooptown, all the guests we have, past owners, spouses. Thank you so much for making time in the middle of the day to join us for a real big event for Trooptown and for Decor as well. We've spent the better part of the last year celebrating and recognizing Decor's 50th anniversary in the community and in business. We've invited Mishawaka Trooptown, Jim, Dan, and Warren today for a special presentation designed to make a lasting impact on the community, and particularly our veterans. So Mishawaka Trooptown was founded in 2019 by Jim, Dan, and Warren, 3 veterans. When they learned that there were more than 50 homeless veterans in our community in need of help, either in shelters or living on the streets, and they decided to be agents of change and make an impact on those individuals. They dreamed of a small community dedicated to veterans with a focus on getting them back on their feet, with spiritual help, mental help, emotional help, and physical help to get them what they need. A small piece of property near the VFW, which come to find out is still true, was targeted and given a title of Mishawaka Trooptown. Throughout our 50 years, Decor has conducted numerous campaigns around the support of our troops, including Desert Storm in 1990 timeframe, and the events that led up to and after 9/11. The armed forces have always had a special place in our hearts. And many of us know veterans, some work for us, know veterans in our family, our friends, and then we come across in daily life. We wouldn't be the company that we are, wouldn't be the country that we are without their selfless help in keeping our country free. So today our focus is on those troops that have been to the battle lines and have come home, who have sacrificed the family time, the birthdays, the anniversaries, the deaths in the family, the seen situations of war that we can't even begin to comprehend as civilians, whose experiences in dealing with those things leave a lasting impact on the psyche of the individual, of the veteran, and their ability to rejoin society and get back on their feet in the most productive way. So at DecoArt, we want to make that bridge of returning home shorter and easier to walk through Mishawaka Trooptown. On behalf of DecoArt team, we're presenting $50,000 to Mishawaka Trooptown to literally start building their dream of educating and helping veterans within our community.